So yeah,
Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner. We're here with another episode of VSW Podcast, and coming back, I don't even, it's been a long time coming. I mean, I don't even know how to announce it. The Cruisin for a Bruisin champion, the one, the only, the Rodfather is back, and we have him right here with some big news. What is up, my brother?
oh man, Versace, man, I got some great news, my friend. Great news. Um, the Rodfather is making his return to professional wrestling March 23rd in Great Bend, Kansas, at the Dream a Little Dream event for MEW Wrestling at the Dream Center. It's going to be some
That is
action
great.
packed.
I mean, I remember we brought you in last time, and
Yeah.
it was around the Bayes Bash, and you were fighting Flex, but you got in the paper, you got some local press there, and it just kind of took off and got a little bit of a
Oh
following.
man,
But then there was a little bit of time off, huh?
yeah, a little bit of a hiatus. You know, I took a little bit of time off for so I could kind of get that straight and you know get my training down a little more.
Kind of
You know,
redefine everything, tune up,
yeah,
tighten up. Um,
yeah.
How did you think your match with Flex went though? How did you like it? Did you not like it? How do you think that went? Because that was technically your debut match, right?
Yeah. I just chalked that up as a lesson learned. That's pretty much I can sum that up with just saying that. You win some, you lose some, but like I always said, I'm going to get back up and fight again, and this is where I'm going to fight again.
I mean, I have to say
So
you're a tough dude. You went in there, you kind of got your ass kicked, but you stood back up, and you're here to fight another day. And like you said,
yeah,
you got your head straight, you get your training straight, you get everything straight, and now you're gonna be making a debut. And this is a different promotion, starting fresh, but same Rodfather, same fire in the heart, same burning eyes, same ready to let's rumble. The only thing is different, maybe a little less of a beard.
yeah. About 10 pounds less of beard. You know what I mean?
But
Um,
it must be cooler though in the summer.
oh, definitely, definitely. But yeah, the MEW going to be one of the best promotions in the whole state of Kansas. I mean, we've got some superstars, my friend. We've got guys like the Mangler. This guy is a specimen beyond other men. You know what I mean? Like this guy is a big, big guy. Like,
Like back in the day
I,
wrestler, like somebody that you wouldn't normally see, working at the gas station or getting your coffee. This guy was made to fight, and that's what he
yeah,
did.
this guy walks in a room and you know that he means business. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there's guys like Kyle King. He's part of MEW. Um, I mean, we've got some superstars, my friend. We've got this guy, Cluck the Clown. I mean,
I like
you
clowns.
talk, yeah, you talk about one guy you get in the ring with, you're gonna have a fight on your hands. This guy's phenomenal, man. And he's got a faction called Sin. Um, like this company's got it going on, and this debut, this resurrection of this company, the original owner, um, that helped start this company, he had passed on, and now they're bringing this company
People that were
back to the
passionate,
mainstream.
bringing it back.
Yeah,
And
and
that's always great to see because promotions they do get that passion, whether it be from the fans or even the wrestlers themselves. Some of these places they're their homes, and when that's your home, you want to rebuild. Now
oh
let
yeah,
me ask you something. You said you're back in training. Is the training attached to this promotion? Do they train out of there?
yeah. One of the top tier premier training facilities in the state of Kansas.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice. So you don't have to go to an outside source. So where you train is where you wrestle, and that's the promotion. So you get to
yep,
work with the guys that you're gonna be working with. That's nice. Um,
Exactly.
and like you said,
And our,
I know a little bit about the Kansas scene. I've seen some of the stuff out there. Um, but when you say top tier, that's impressive because, like I said, only the top tier kind of move on to that next level, especially in the
yeah,
southern states. I feel like not a lot of people are getting out as much as just the way because it is. I just feel like the North gets, where we are in the Northeast. I feel like a lot of people are getting a lot of chances on like TV and such. The South,
yeah,
same thing. You guys get a lot of chances, but it's just not as much. So everybody competing in the states. Um,
exactly.
but it's not as bad as the territory it is. But there is that kind of faction where I'm in the Kansas. I work Kansas and I'm working this part of Kansas. You don't come over here.
Yeah.
You do get that out there, which you
Oh
don't really
yeah.
get out here. That everybody's kind of is like, there's enough money, let's make it. But I've seen people kind of get heated down south with the promotions and where you running and how you running it and
Exactly. Exactly.
but
Um,
this like you said, this has a long-standing running history of having greatness already into it, and now it's coming back. How did you
I
find out
mean,
about it? Did they come to you? Did you come to them?
uh, they came, they contacted me, and I jumped aboard. I was like, "Let's do this, man! Like, I want to make this the biggest wrestling company in Kansas."
That's what's up,
And
I
with
mean,
with
you have it in you. We've seen you, like I said, you had the highest viewed interview, and I put you in there with guys that are now, some of them have been on AEW TV. People have been all over the place. Some of them made it very far, but you still outdrew them. You hadn't even
on
wrestled your match yet, and you outdrew them.
on views, I outdid everybody on views. I outdid everybody on merchandise. I
And
mean, I'm all about this, man. I love wrestling.
And you had that run in there, and like I said, you had people buying your merch, you had people wearing your merch, it was in the newspaper. I'm not surprised that they came to you, because like I said, if you start typing wrestling and you start typing Kansas, your name's gonna be up in there because you was in the
Oh
paper.
yeah.
Um, and like I said, you have that voice for it. I remember the promos you used to do. You can sing them almost, and it really that's a lot of what wrestling for me is. I need someone that can not just kick ass on the ring. I need someone that can kick ass on the mic, and you
Exactly,
you
exactly.
deliver that.
Like I at this event, there's going to be familiar faces. There's going to be new faces. You know, this is going to be a full blown like wrestling dream a little dream event. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna say it's a little bit short notice, but for me to travel out there, what are folks like us supposed to do? How are we supposed to be able to watch this?
Um, let's see. We're actually working on the whole streaming issue with that. It's kind of like we're gonna be working out a deal where we can be broadcast. So
Oh, nice.
I'll keep you more.
Obviously you'll have hard cams and video, but I didn't know if there'll
Yeah,
be some kind of a live stream happen or will be something that'll be shown later on YouTube,
I
etc.
will definitely. But
I'm praying there is because I love to see you live while wrestling. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I can't make it
I
down
will.
there at this short notice, but had I known in maybe like January, I would have been down there. You know that, brother. I would have came
Yeah,
and flew down there for this because this sounds amazing. And I'm so happy to, like I said, see you kind of back into it. I know you kind of got into a little bit of a slump, and you were kind of like fuck wrestling for a little bit. And I think we all get in that. You know, it sometimes it's from the negative people we deal with within the industry. I've had my issues up here.
yeah,
People trying to
and that's
break you down.
anywhere. I mean, in the business, that's pretty much anywhere you go. There's always going to be a couple people that are just real pains in the butt when you're trying to do the
At
right
one
thing. You
point,
know.
we had a decent little faction up here. I was running around, with TJ and Rob, and we was doing the whole JWO New England thing, and all of a sudden that got shut down. Nobody else wanted to use me anymore. Not that I'm really trying to look to wrestle or anything, but sometimes it was fun to get in there because it kind of popped for my channel and it kind of did, what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
Promote my people to come on and watch my podcast. And it is what it is. It's nothing serious or major, but I said, it's just added stress, and you do get to that point where it's just like even worth it. What's the point? But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and it will find its way back, and that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? For
Yep.
me, I ran into a good long slump, and then I ran into a little film called Kill City Cup, put out by Luke Roberts. It's about an hour long running film. It has wrestling, has action, has drama, has suspense, has horror. It's like a video game come to life. And I just
Heck
fell
yeah.
right back into it. I fell right back into love with the whole industry, man. And like I said, I've been trying to, that the wrestling is kind of different. It's not the same. That kind of stuff. It's really what gets me now. But looking outside of New England and seeing other people, I've been watching. People in the West Virginia area. Over at well, I watched the Spooky Lou podcast down there. So he helps run they have two promotions down there that run. So I try to catch
Right
some of
on.
their stuff with Kim Cross. I think owns and runs one of the promotions. Um, so I like to watch some of the other territories because eventually in New England you do get kind of seeing the same people. It's like, okay, I've seen them all wrestle each other multiple times now. But let me ask you, do you have any plans on traveling to wrestle?
Yeah. Pretty much here before too long, I'm going to be open to whatever comes my way. I'm going to jump on it because I can promise. Not only will I always carry that Cruisin for a Bruisin championship on my back, I'm going to carry. I'm going to put a lot of gold around my waist this year. I'm
I
going to
think it's
make my.
about time that belt comes to fruition as a working wrestling title. Now that like I
Yeah.
said, you're really on your game. You can defend it. We could get a match set up somewhere, either up here, maybe down there, depending on who wants to challenge you for that title. And we can work out something that would be kind of fun and interesting, and again, different than the normal wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I did that contest. It was something different. I wanted to run something like, what would a pay-per-view podcast look like, right?
Yeah.
Well, it can't be an hour. It has to be like 3 hours. Well, I made it like 9 hours, I think. Because we interviewed like a bunch of people. We put them all together, edited them out, made it into like a long trip that we took, and then I broke them back into the interview singly and put them out there. And I said, let's run a contest, and see who can win this thing. Who's drawing? And out of nowhere, out comes you, and you just started nailing it, and people just started following along. Like I said, then the merch started going, and I designed a few things for you. And again, if you need more stuff designed, let me know. I kind of went to a different company. That last one, the profit margin was terrible. It's nice to get your product out there,
Oh
granted, but
yeah.
I mean, when you're only making $1 or $2 per item, it's like,
I was just thankful to see like the local kids around here with Rodfather backpacks, and
well,
in the
that's what I'm
wintertime they're
saying,
wearing Rodfather
but
hoodies.
for not having the but for getting the name out there, it's very easy. It was a very easy thing to do. And like I said, it didn't have I just had to come up with good logos and good designs of you to sell on. And we could always work out that again. I mean, that was a lot of fun. Like I
Yeah.
said, there was people there that I think some of them had coffee mugs with Rodfather. I mean, there was everything out there.
Oh yeah, they had babies onesies with the Rodfather. If you needed a coffee mug with the Rodfather, I mean, there was everything from babies onesies to bathrobes with the Rodfather, and I just thought that was phenomenal. But I mean, my merchandise sold like hotcakes at IHOP on a Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it went fast. It went really
Yeah.
fast, and like I said, they could put some of the local boys here to shame. It was like, wow, this dude's moving merch, and he hasn't even really had his match yet. And you're
Yeah.
hyping it up, and you're promoting the shit out of it, and then other
Well,
people are
I'm the
getting
guy that,
involved.
like I always say, I'm the guy that'll walk the streets in full wrestling gear. You know, boots, my knee pads. I got it all on, with I'll walk the streets with a megaphone promoting wrestling. I love this stuff, man.
So now,
It's
let me ask you now, since all that and being in the papers, do people know and recognize you in the town? Do people come up to you?
oh, I can't go anywhere. I go to other towns and people are like, "Yo, Rodfather," and I'll be in a Walmart and I'll just hear, "Yo, Rodfather," and I'm like, it's awesome. So yeah, I'm eating it up. I'll accept it. You know, I love it. That's what it's all about. But the main reason I still love doing this is because the smile that I see on like kids' faces, because it's just the thrill of making somebody smile and knowing that you entertained somebody, you told that story,
Oh,
and you
definitely.
captivated that
As
crowd.
much as we're all adults and we love wrestling, and a lot of the people I know that are adults that watch wrestling, wrestling
Yeah.
mainly is made for, and starts out as children. If it wasn't good when I was a kid, I would never be a fan today.
I
If I
mean,
had turned the channel and I didn't like what I saw, I would have never gone into it. But I did,
yeah.
and it hooked me. Hogan versus King Kong Bundy, they hooked me. They got me, and they took me, and they pulled me into their world just like that. But had it been not entertaining, I would have changed the channel and never been into it.
Yeah.
So you want to make that impression. You want to make the impression on the kids because they're going to grow up enjoying this sport. They might want to do it now because of you. They might be, interested in other aspects of the industry. And you might just be their escape in just general from the shitty life they're having. Like wrestling is, in a lot of ways, can be very therapeutic for people. People get out, they go out, they interact, they see friends they haven't seen in a minute. It's a lot
And
of
like
fun.
one of the main things with this company, MEW, we want to kind of spread the good word in life. Like the whole main thing is walking the path and doing it through wrestling. We want to bring good family values and entertainment to wrestling.
Yeah, bring it kind of back a bit.
Yeah,
And remember
because it
what it
doesn't
used
have
to
to
be
be.
about and how good it can be even done that way. And I mean,
Yeah,
wrestling is so subjective. Some people like a hardcore scene, right? Blood and guts
yeah,
and weapons. Some people like very traditional style wrestling. Some people like Japanese style wrestling. Some people like high flying. Others are lucha style. Everybody likes their own kind. Um,
yeah.
but it's just a matter of what kind of what kind you what does the roster best look like on? What do they best work with, and what's the most sellable among everybody. If you don't want to be a niche promotion, that
Exactly.
just deals with hardcore or something, then you want to be something that's kind of versatile that can look good to everybody. Every kind of fan of
Right.
wrestling is going to want to watch that show.
I
And
always want to. I always want to be that guy that when I come through the curtain, the crowd gets excited because they know this guy's entertained. This guy's telling us a story. And I want it to be believable, you know, because wrestling, it's real. Wrestling is real. And I will always stick to that.
and so like I said, so with this match, do you know who your opponent's going to be? Have they told you yet or no?
That's what I want people to be surprised about.
Ooh. See, that's gonna make things interesting. See, because we all knew, who you were fighting last time. We even knew the odds of the fight last time. And then in that case, the odds weren't looking very good. You were facing the world champion at the time, and you know, it just it was what it was. But to go in there, know that you're ready, but we don't know against who. That's gonna put some asses in those chairs down there.
That's the goal, brother. All I know is we're about to make history on March 23rd in Great Bend, Kansas at the Dream Center. So anybody watching this, click on MEW Wrestling Kansas and check us out.
We'll spread links around. Like I said, keep a close eye. Talk to some of the. Maybe we can even get some of the other guys and girls out here. From that
I
promotion. You want
can.
to send them the word? Send them my way. We can interview them on here too and get them. People out here interested in this.
That's
Um,
what I'm talking about.
that would be
Heck yeah.
great. That's what that's what the whole channel's for. Getting more eyes and ears on independent wrestling.
Because you
And
know
what
me,
better
I'm
the way
still
is
the.
to bring people and showcase people from other territories that other people don't know about. And gain new
I'm.
fans. I said this is going to be something I think really special. It's really well put together. Um, I know you've had plans in the past. It was supposed to be another Bayes Bash, and things fell through on that. But this
But
is
we're
solid as as The Rock itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've done a little research. Obviously, I went and checked out promotion. I've seen other people's promos. This thing used to run like you said back in the day, and it was good then too. It didn't get shut down for nothing silly. Some of
Yeah.
these promotions they get shut down for stupid stuff. That they played around with. Whether it be sexual misconduct, whatever. And then you see them relaunch later, and it's just like, it's nothing like that. Like you said, unfortunately, unfortunate, sad circumstances happen. The passion of this promotion is rebuilding itself. Um,
Yes, it is.
and that's something that I definitely can stand behind. And my podcast will stand behind, helping you guys,
Heck yeah.
get a name out there, help people get eyes and ears on that product.
Yeah, because I guarantee everybody around here knows who Versace Stoner is because, man, when I got your name in the paper, everybody was like, we got to check this out. You know what I mean?
I remember that, and those were great times, and now we get to start it up all over again.
And that's what this business is about, brother. Like making the dreams happen for others,
it is. It really is.
doing what we can. We got to do what we can to help each other in this business and keep this keep this thing alive, man. People love pro wrestling, and I want people that they can't get to the WWE shows or the AEW shows, but I don't want them to have to feel like they don't get to see a show like that. You come to it, MEW, which is going to be awesome. Midwest Elite Wrestling here in Kansas. You're going to get the same quality matches that you would get on television.
And that's the thing, a lot of people don't understand. Again, to reiterate, that's why I started the podcast for the eyes and ears, because I was going to shows that were right on par with what I was seeing on TV, and in some cases even better. And it was only getting so many views, and only so many people knew about it. And it's just like, yeah, this should be all over the place. So then
But
that's why I started is bringing people on like you, bringing people on to tell them their story, getting people to tell me where they were, and getting promotions out there that are starting, or even just are out there and are just like, what are we doing? Because a lot of promotions get out there, they got their local fan base, but how do you expand? How do you get out of state? How do you cross the
exactly.
border without running shows even? And podcasting is one of the new ways to kind of do that, or getting on getting the word out there and such, and getting a platform to showcase your content. If you guys need matches, I got a decent subscriber list. I can showcase your match for you. I put it on my platform as well as on your platform. Let people know.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying?
Right
And
on.
follow it back to the MEW site and go in from there. Helping that way. That's great to get out of state traffic to your promotion. And I think because you can only go so far just locally with the local boys and girls. Eventually, you want to expand just a little, but you might not want to, travel. Might not want to go into another state. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to move a whole promotion from state to state. That's hard to do. It's not WWE or AEW. But like you said, you can still get that quality, and that's what I love about the indie scene: the quality, that, and how personable it is. I can go to your show, and maybe intermission happens. I can get out and get something signed by the Rodfather. I can go over and shake
Yep.
your hand. Good match, Rodfather.
Heck yeah, man.
The interaction with the fan and the wrestler is just tremendous, and that's another thing that really sucked me into the indie scene. So I was able to talk to people, and they talk to you like a normal person. Sometimes you go to WWE, they won't even look at you. AEW, same thing. People outside waiting to get an autograph or to say hi, and people going in their car, they don't want to be bothered. And I get it, they're celebrities, but at the same point, people are paying to see them too. Without us
And
fans, you're not going to make that celebrity status.
I always take pictures with my fans for free. I sign autographs for free. Why? Because it's not about the money to me. It's about the fans. Because
Yeah.
without the fans, the Rodfather does not exist.
No, and and that's a good way to look at it. What are you going to do? Play wrestler by yourself in front of a mirror? Even in the
I would,
pandemic, it was very hard for a lot of guys and girls to go out there and, do the shows without fans because you need to work off that energy. You need them chants.
yep,
You need to see which way the match is going, what's going, who's booing who. what's going on. You need all that other interaction. Wrestling's a very dynamic thing. It's not just what's in the ring, it's what's out the ring, what's happening, the whole arena. It's all ambience. Everything makes up the show. How are your
That's
fans
right.
acting? What kind of level are they at? Is everybody quiet?
Like
You know, you
when I
want to be
walk through the
loud,
curtain,
excited.
like when I come through the curtain, my fans expect to see the smack talking, crowd shocking, Kansas rocking, the pint sized beefcake that gives the ladies heartache. You know what I mean?
And that's what you
Uh,
deliver. Every
yeah,
time. Every time on demand. And you know, and I think that's what makes, the Raw File so special. You can just hop into that and just be like, here I am.
well, I think a lot of it is because I grew up watching Dusty Rhodes promos and watching the Macho Man's promos. So, like, promos are just natural to me. You know?
Two of the best on the mic, honestly. Dusty was amazing. And Macho Man, he was amazing too. I probably saw more of him just because I watched more WWE than WCW. But, going back, I obviously caught. But I mean, both of them tremendous mic workers. And, they were able to just get the energy through the roof before the event. They would show the interview, before the match. Maybe, hyping the match up or something. So you see the Macho Man talking, and you'd be so excited for the damn match by the end of that promo. You just can't wait. And the next match he comes out, everybody, you get up at home, start clapping your hands. You're so damn excited.
Oh, heck
That's
yeah,
the
man.
effect that these people can have on you. That's the effect you bring, honestly. I've seen some of your promos. It gives me chills when you start. And, when you're in that full Rodfather mode and it's just 100%, it brings
Bro,
power like there's no other. And it brings you back to a Hulk Hogan era. It brings you back, to this American proud wrestling. That's all it is, American wrestling, like what you would think of in that '80s era. This is wrestling. You bring that back. You bring the nostalgia back with the promos.
speaking of speaking of American wrestling, March 23rd in Great Bend, Kansas, at the MEW event, the Rodfather is going to drop a Star Spangled Stunner on somebody.
That's gonna be amazing. Somebody's gonna get it. And
Somebody's going to stare. Somebody's going to be staring at the lights, and it ain't going to be the Rodfather.
nope, not this time. Not this time. I think
Oh,
I think this time you're gonna be more than ready to lay it on somebody this time. And like I said, it was just unfortunate. I think the whole whatever. But like you said, you learned, you moved on, and now you're ready to kick ass.
I was humble. Now I'm hungry.
And that's what it is. And I have to commend you. I think some people in your position would have even like been bitter towards, they would have. It could have went other ways, and you were very professional about the whole thing from bottom to top, which is another thing that shows me this dude is about the business too. He's not just going
Yep.
out there to get the local guys and girls all jumping for joy, but he's also about this industry. He's keeping it professional. He's keeping the everything about business. He's not taking shit
I'm,
personal, and
here's
that's
the
another
thing.
important thing.
I might have that event. I might have lost that match, but I gained so many new fans.
I think you
So,
did, and you gained respect even more than that. You gained,
yep.
respect. Whoever didn't respect you before that respected you after. They said, "Well, you just went in there and did what you had to do, regardless," and you did it, and that's it. And like I said, now like you said, you're hungry, and it's a whole new game. It's a little bit different of a Rodfather. You said you've been training. What have you been doing for training? You go to like group trainings?
Well, been hitting the weights. Actually started doing a little bit of that DDP yoga.
Ooh,
That stuff ain't no joke, man.
no, not at
That
all.
stuff ain't no joke. First 3 days of doing that, I didn't get up and move hardly at all. Like the next day, it took me forever to get up and move because that stuff it'll stretch you. Plus, I work hard every day. I'm a blue collar man. I bust my ass, working 10.5 hour days. Then I get home, work out a little bit. You know, um, put it this way: I'll be ready to Star Spangled stun somebody.
You know,
Um, I,
And that's impressive. It's almost like, like kind of like, reminds me of like kind of like Rocky. He used to like kind of do the mundane things to train. Things that were just kind of around. Especially in like when he was in Russia, they were just like pulling sleds and stuff. And you're using your manual labor as part of your training, and that's smart. If you can do it, you know what I'm saying? You're staying active through work. Yeah, you're getting paid. No, it's not the funnest, but it's still activity work. It's still body work. It's still building muscle and maintaining.
Oh
It's
yeah.
better than sitting at a desk for 8 to 10 hours doing nothing, and then having to go work out for 6 hours because you're lazy about it. Um, but yeah, that's great, and I think you're gonna be ready for it. I honestly do. You look more built too. You look like you're more toned up. Um, and like I said, just ready to kick ass, and I'm really excited because it can't come soon enough. We're about a little bit under a month away.
Yeah, we got a little less than a month.
Now, is there already a
Um,
champion in this promotion, or that hasn't been even decided yet? It's just let's get
I
people out there, let's get the show.
I think we'll be crowning a champion on March 23rd.
So somebody will be crowned. So there'll be a new champ involved. So there'll be that
Hmm.
happening. It's just going to be a very exciting show.
I
Like
wonder
you
who it
said,
could
kind of
be.
like new meets old. You're gonna have old and new people, and it's gonna really blend nicely together.
It's going to be a little bit of everything you could think of at a wrestling show. So, but yeah, um, like I said, I'm so hyped up for this. It's going to be the mecca of events to really get 2024 going. So,
We can't wait. We honestly, like I said, I'm really happy for you, honestly, to see you getting back in the ring. But I just can't wait to see the hype in this because, like I said last time, Rodfather was the storm of Rodfather. You brought a wave
yeah,
of Rodfather, and this is even going to be a bigger match than that. And I can only imagine a bigger wave. It's going to be wild. And we're going to be keeping very, very close eye on this. Like I said, we talk a lot anyways, but I'll be
yes, sir.
sharing posts. I'll be looking for posts. I'll be, like I said, you got guys and girls over there that want to talk before that the show starts. Send them over my way,
I
and we will
will do
get
that.
this thing going. We will blow this thing up. We will get everybody talking about this.
Let's
But
do this, brother.
let's do it. We're just about out of time here. But for again at home for the folks, how can they get these tickets again for the Kansas folks and such?
Yeah, go to Midwest Elite Wrestling on Facebook, and you can get your tickets through them. And any information you have for them, personally message them, and they will respond to you like ASAP. So,
Great,
but
thank you. And like I said,
and
I'll be sharing stuff. I'll share it from the YouTube. I'll share it from Facebook, Instagram, wherever I can get it. I'll share it. This is going to be very exciting. And again, thank you for coming on. And we'll be in touch definitely, because like I said, we're going to be keeping close eyes on this, and all the news that's going to be coming out of this event. But thank you, and
right
you have
on,
a
brother.
great day, Rodfather.
Thank you, Versace. God bless.
And thank you, everybody at home, for watching. It's been another great episode of VSW Podcast. Please hit that subscribe button. And as always, support indie wrestling. Versace Stoner out.